Hello, hello, hello. So I'm excited to be here for another one of uncapping the chakras. Today we are using light language to uncap the third eye, that sixth chakra. So you might be wondering why you need to uncap your chakras and what is this all about? So you are awakening, right? Like if you found my channel, if you found this, you are a seeker and you are awakening, right? And if you are awakening and raising your vibration, your chakras are shifting and ready to evolve with you. The chakra system is not a stagnant, stuck in a box system. Okay, the chakra map that we have right now in circles, uh, condensing high frequency light energy into dense energy so that we can have these physical, psychological experiences. Once we awaken to a certain level, those chakra systems have to be uncapped. And it's good to do some light language, do some meditation, do some work to uncap them and encourage them to expand and evolve with you so that they can stop densifying frequency. So if you are awakening, have you noticed? Let me know in the comments. Whispering teams, good morning. Good morning. Hi, it's about afternoon here. New Zealand. All right. Have you noticed on your awakening journey that you can get really high, right? You can get high vibing, and then all of a sudden you can like really crash to low vibes, and you're kind of on this big like roller coaster or yo-yo thing. When you start to uncap your chakras and you evolve, let your chakra system evolve with you, it will help you because you'll be able to sustain these higher frequencies for a longer time. The yo-yo ride isn't going to be like this. It might just be like this. Because what happens is the chakras stop densifying the light energy as much, right? I mean, we still have to have a physical experience in these dense bodies, right? But as we are going through awakening journey and ascending, we want to hold higher frequencies in these bodies. And this is something, this is an evolution that's happening on the planet right now as we're living it. And you, my friend, are part of it. Um, so let me know what you know about the chakras, what images or guidance you have gotten about the chakras, because that's how it started to unfold with me. So let me know in the comments what you know about this process. When I, let's see, it started for me years before my Reiki training when I just started to be like, I'm not trusting this chakra system. Something doesn't feel right about it. I was a yogi for a long time. I am a yogi and chanting the chakras and stuff, something didn't feel right. It just felt too dense and contracted. I don't know. I didn't know what it was at the time. And then I went through my Holy Fire Reiki training and I had this image of the chakras expanding into a band of light and our bodies being the central channel of our light bodies rather than just the shushumna, the central channel where the chakras lie right now. So I had that image. And then I started to work on people with Reiki and I started to realize that their light bodies were different, that things were shifting for some people, and that it was important for them not to ground into the earth, but ground into their light bodies. And I was feeling their chakras differently. And then I started to um, study a body of energy work called Marconics, and they do something called uncapping the chakras, and it just made so much sense. I was putting all these pieces together. So I'm curious, what pieces do you have? What knowing do you have around the chakra system? Let me know in the comments. And so then I started to learn that chakras, what their whole purpose is to take high frequency light energy and densify it so that we have a physical experience. So it makes sense, doesn't it? That if we are on our awakening and ascension journey, that this system would eventually have to evolve with us to hold the lighter frequencies. And that's what we're doing today, right now. I am going to be doing a light language activation for your third eye. Okay, now I have done a whole series on this. Okay, I like to start with the heart chakra whenever I'm doing chakra work. So I uncapped the fourth first, and then we went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're at the sixth. So I'm going to let you, if you're tuning in and you feel ready to uncap this, by all means follow your knowing, or stop now and go back to the heart and then the first on up here. So follow your knowing around that. And of course, I want you to be here on this live, but if you feel like it's going to serve you best to go to the heart or the first to uncap that, by all means, go back. And I have a whole playlist called Uncapping the Chakras. Okay, so what is light language? Light language is a frequency of tones or of sounds and vibration that come through sound, someone's voice. And light language is not the same everywhere. Just because it's called light language, it doesn't mean that it has the same frequency. Been waiting for this one. Awesome. You are so welcome. So I'm just going to explain the whole light language thing, and then we'll get into the light language activation for the third eye. So thanks for being here, whispering teams. um, so light language can be in different frequencies. So you might want to feel into what frequency you want to be receiving. The frequency of light language that I do is from source energy at the 144th dimension or higher. And that's what I call in. A lot of light language is done in different frequencies, and some from like light ETs and ascended masters. And so just, what frequency do you want to be activated with and by and for and as? All right, so that's what we're going to do here today. So tune in to if this is for you, and we're going to go into this the third eye, 6th chakra. Now, usually in the old system, this is about intuition, right? This now, as we uncap, so if you've been following this whole series about uncapping the chakras, you'll notice that I talk about the old system of what that chakra is kind of about, and then kind of like a new energy that it's becoming and being. And this, instead of intuition, this is growing into knowing. This is a huge space for coming into trusting your knowing and having your awareness. Awareness and knowing is a little different frequency than intuition. So feel into that for yourself. If you like held both in each hand, right? You have intuition and then you have awareness and knowing. Like, which feels lighter? Okay, so this is what we're uncapping, and we're uncapping this capacity to receive, just have our knowing and awareness, which is quicker than intuition. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do right here, right now. So if you have a spot where you can sit or lie down to receive this, if you feel moved to tone along with it, by all means, do that. And if I were you, I would have a pen and paper or markers, because you never know what's going to come up. Colors and information. And personally, I'm one of those people that I like to write information as it's coming along if it starts nagging at me. Some people will say the opposite, like wait till everything's done and write it down afterwards. So follow your knowing with that. For me, if it just keeps persisting, I'm like, oh, okay, I need to write this down now, because I'll forget. And this is some information coming through. So follow your knowing with that. Just to let you know, I'm one of those people that if things are coming through, I am writing it down as it comes in. All right. So with that said, let's get started. We're going to do a light language activation, and you can come back and listen to this over and over. You can also just call in the energy of it, like if you're practicing this on your own. And light language activation helps give you kind of a boost in your frequency, and then you get to sustain that however you feel called to sustain that. Sometimes it does need sustaining be for a while to create that bridge, and then you become that energy. All right. So one of the questions that came through in some of these past uncappings was that, do I have to keep doing something to keep it uncapped? And my answer is yes and no. I think in the beginning, you have to, like anything creates a groove the more that you do it, right? But eventually you become the awareness, and you make a demand and command of the chakra system, and you start becoming it the energy of it uncapped, if that makes any sense. So I believe in the beginning, yes, you have to keep being aware of it every morning, saying, yes, this is what I'm choosing, listening to the light language, making a command and demand, meditating on it, however you want to do it. And I'm hoping that this activation helps along with that. Okay, so let's go. So we're tuning in to this 6th chakra. I'm tuning in to that source, 144th dimension or higher, sovereign connection, nothing else. A dodecahedron of protection around us all. I want you to tune into your third eye. See it round, perhaps as an indigo purpley color. And ask this old system to up-level, uncap, and evolve with you. Then I want you to see and make it expand the width of your body. The color may change. You might be aware of a different color. That's okay. Notice it. And each time you tune in to your 6th chakra now, if you notice it as a circle, expand it out, ask it to uncap and evolve with you vibrationally. It wants to do this. It was made for this. It's been waiting for you to have this awareness. Oppositional forces have capped it. Now you are stronger than oppositional force because you are aware, and it's your body and it's your light body. So now you get to be aware of it and uncap it. And now it's wide. You're in a band of light. And to activate this and hold this frequency of this new, uncapped, expanded third eye, here's some light language. Okay, it feels like that feels complete. It feels like it's widened. It feels like it did what it needed to do. All right, so the 6th chakra, what was the sensation there? Most likely it's subtle right now. Notice if you had any colors, any shapes come to mind, any sounds come to mind. All this is your awareness. All this is your knowing coming to you. Okay. You'll notice that your knowingness is going to get up leveled here. You're going to have intuition that comes in faster. It's going to be like I just know. I just know it. And it'll be quicker, and you're going to start trusting it more. And as you uncap the lower chakras, the trust will come in too. So that's why we get the trust going through the lower chakras, and then once knowing comes, we are in an ability to trust our knowing. And as things come through, it's very different. This is a new paradigm. This is, it's taken me a lot to trust what I do now on this channel, knowing that this is what I know, this is what I'm here to do and inspire and influence. This is, I just know. And it feels really good when you come into that sense of knowing without question, and trust yourself and trust your path. So that's what you will start seeing more of. And sometimes with undoing the chakras, we are undoing some of the density in there. So things may start to get uncomfortable. Things from the subconscious or the psychology that was blocking some of this could be coming up. And so work through that. And if you need support, you're not alone. There's lots of support on this channel. There's lots of support programs on my website, RebeccaAbraxas.com. And so you're not alone. I have email coaching Zoom coaching. I've got online courses, whatever you need. I have free discovery calls. You're not alone. And sometimes it's hard finding life coaches that actually talk about this kind of stuff. So just to let you know, you're not alone, and I can work across the globe. So as you uncap all your chakras, and today specifically the third eye and the sixth chakra, things can shift. Ascension symptoms can amp up, okay? So you will be able to be holding and sustaining higher frequencies for a longer time. Your body, your physical body now has to get used to that. And that's what ascension symptoms are, right? In that context, your body is learning how to hold this high frequency for a longer time. And I have a lot of videos on ascension symptoms, but if you have any questions, if you have any questions right now about how your body's going to adjust to holding higher frequencies for longer times, feel free to put that in the comments. I'm happy to answer that right now. We have about 5 more minutes here together, so I'm happy to answer any questions. So if anything came up for you, anything you saw and you just want to share, any knowingness that came up and you just want to share and be heard, or if any questions came up, any questions about sensations. If you're watching the replay, be sure to put any of those things in the comments, and I will be sure to respond to them. Okay. So yeah, the chakra system is evolving, just like you are, light being, and it's a beautiful thing. And to me, this is how I'm able to work still with the chakra system, because when I first started hearing about the chakra system and after studying it for a while in my yoga therapy training, I was like, this isn't lining up with me. And the thing is, guys, it's never an absolute, right? So some people are still working with the chakra system in its circular vortexes, and that work is still working for them. That's a reality for them. But if you've been one of those people that feels like something shifted or feels like, I don't know, this map doesn't feel totally lined or right, then your knowing is kicking in, and that's how this all works. So you've probably found this video and something about it resonates with you. So if you want to uncap all the chakras, I have a playlist called Uncapping the Chakras. So feel free. We have the last one coming up next week, the 7th chakra, and then the playlist will be complete. And you're welcome to use those videos as much as you want. And feel free to pass them along or share them with people who are having the same awareness as you and I are, that something's up with chakra, something's shifting, or why can't I sustain high frequencies in my awakening journey? You know, why do I feel so sensitive to everything and feel like this yo-yo? If you're hearing that from friends or people on social media, you know, you can help them out of that suffering and offer them this playlist, because when you uncap the chakras, you're able to stop living in that yo-yo-ness, and it gets way more comfortable just living in high frequency. So, all right. Well, I do not see any more questions coming in. I want to thank you, Whispering Teams, for joining me today. And there's someone else that joined, but they didn't put anything in the comments here. So thank you so much for joining me live from New Zealand. New Zealand, I think that is it. NZ. I think that's New Zealand. And for those of you on the replay, thanks for tuning in. And I will see you next Friday with another live, and we will complete the uncapping process with the 7th chakra. So mark your calendars, 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time, US Mountain Time. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.